Good evening. I'm Richard Duncan, independent candidate for County Commissioner. I'm impressed with the turnout tonight. It's very good to see people that are interested. There are three main things I think I can do to help out the county. The first thing is I'm self-funded. I think too many politicians, it's called a quid pro quo, where you accept donations to fund your campaign, but then you feel the obligation to kick it back to them. I think that's, in this day and age, that's a big problem. It dilutes your loyalty to your voters. There was an article I have, it says 9 out of 10 Americans believe direct contributions affect even the courtroom decisions nowadays. The second thing is I'm running independent because I believe there's too much in-party fighting between the two parties. This again dilutes the representation of the people to the voters. Stephen Latourette, we all know, most of us know who that was and is. He said in a quote here in the Courier recently, if an idea was thought up by a Democrat and you're a Republican, you have to say it's a horrible idea, and vice versa. There again, are we really representing the public and the voters if there's those things going on? The merits of my campaign will be to get jobs in this county. I've got a master's degree in city planning from Kent State, where I was trained as a city planner. This last April, I took a trip to China, Vietnam, India, and Japan to see how our jobs are actually going away from this country. And immediately when I got there, I could see the huge dormitory factories where the people that work in these factories live there during the week. And they come down and they go to the subway to their job or they walk. And now I can see how they can pay them such little money. Then they perhaps go home on the weekends. So I got a good insight into the problem we've been experiencing for years. So I would aggressively challenge how we can get the incomes back into our country. There's many tools that we can utilize that I don't know if a lot of politicians are using. Even locally here, we could use JEDS, the Portage Development Board. We got to really support the small businesses. In my campaign so far, I've met many people that gave me their cards and they need help on these issues. Good example of how we have accomplished something in Portage County is the downtown Kent area, where now you can go even with your family if necessary and have a good time. One of the major things will be I would concentrate on is a higher use for the Ravenna Arsenal property. There's been talk about that. There are some fears of like missile things like that, but if it can be controlled, this might be a great boost for our economy. I think I have the skills. Do we have a time limit on this, Ann? How much more do I have? 3 minutes to go? Thank you. Like I said, I got a master's degree. I'm current member of the City of Kent Board of Building Appeals, vice chairman. I've had some experience in zoning cases in the Ohio Supreme Court, which has the leading case on area variances, which was established in 1986. I've gone to Europe several times and looked at different land use things. These are all on my own money. Nobody's funded me. In 1976, I went down to Georgia Tech and attended industrial development program. And that was at that time how to get into industries into our country. But at that time our country was pretty much booming outside of the inflation. But now we got some real problems, so we have to address these issues. I think Lately in Portage County, we've had some problems between the parties, I believe. The Good Old Boys Club corruption scandal, which may be true or may not be true, I don't know, and I'm not going to worry about it. And then the $700,000 that had to get paid back to our state. Well, the plain dealer, I mentioned that to him. She said, well, they paid it back. Sure, they paid it back. They had to, but couldn't we use that money on our people? I would, instead of working on those type of issues, we need to work on what we can do for the people. The sheriff says he needs another 30 jail cells for females, just as an example. And I'm not against the parties. I'm not against the politicians. These ladies are very fine people, I believe. But sometimes I think that interferes with the desire to win, interferes with the representation. We need to represent the people and not the parties. Thank you very much.